My name is Michael O'Toole. I work with the United Nations Development Programme and the Global Environment Facility. I'm project manager of the Benguela Currents Programme. This is a project with Angola, Namibia and South Africa to jointly manage their oceans together in an ecosystem management framework so that it takes into account not only the fisheries but the industrial activity and the biodiversity, and it takes in the whole picture of managing the system as an integrated whole rather than as separate parts, and that the three countries work together to do that. And we've been involved in Namibia. I'm based in Namibia to implement this project over the last 6 years. The Benguela has had a history of very heavy fishing. It's one of the richest ecosystems in the world. It's one of the 4 great eastern boundary upwelling systems, the other being Peru and Chile, California, the Canary Current, or the Benguela. It has been heavily exploited, and we're trying to put in place measures now to conserve what remains of the stocks and also to counteract the impacts of climate change which are beginning to be felt in our region. It's a very important region in relation to the meeting of the Indian Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean, the southern tip of South Africa, and there are dynamics there that need to be monitored and measured in relation to climate change, and we're detecting sea temperature level rises, a changing in productivity in the region, movement of fish out of one area, movement of birds. So this is being felt in the area, and we need to be able to have mechanisms in place to manage that and adapt to the changes that are going to happen. We have now set up a commission as a result of our work in the last 6 years, which has been the objective of our work, and we have now had the 3 countries sign an agreement. It's a multi-sectoral agreement. It involves 7 ministers covering petroleum, oil and gas, deep sea offshore mining and fisheries and the environment. So they've agreed to manage the Benguela now within a framework of the ecosystem approach. In other words, to look at manage the entire ecosystem as a whole. We have just recruited staff. Norway has contributed a lot of funding to the next phase of the development, and so have the GEF. And this will be managed now by the region. The 3 countries will now manage the commission and will implement the activities that we have been developing over the last number of years. This is the first commission in the world that's based on a whole ecosystem approach to ocean management and not just a regional fisheries commission. So it's a very exciting development. Other areas of the world are looking at it at the moment as a mechanism to apply in other areas. We've had a success story from Africa. In terms of ocean management, it's a very exciting development indeed, and the fact that it's local ownership now is even more so. But it needs to be nurtured, it needs to be looked after, it needs to be applied in small steps, and it needs assistance over the next few years to get it up and running properly.